We join the commentary of the majestic European record, the current European record of Krzysztof Bober, 60 cubes out of 64. We are at the 40th minute. He has memorized for the last 40 minutes. He's quickly looking at the two stopwatches before putting on the blindfold and the secondary AbhiGo neck holder, starting with the exec of the short term cubes. And you can see that he has up to 3 cubes, I think, for short term. He's extremely fast in 3BLD as well. He averages like a sub 20. He has a 18 mean, I guess. 17 mean, I'm not sure, but 18 mean for sure, and a single which is 15 seconds. So yeah, he's finished with the exec of the first cube, 64 cubes, and he has around 20 minutes to do the exec, which means that he has a total of 20 minutes, which means 1200 seconds to execute 64 cubes. So he's done with the second cube of the short term, and then the third cube and the fourth cube. So there are 4 cubes in the short term. It's extremely fluid execution. So he needs a 18.75 seconds execution per cube in order to sub hour this. And the third cube is a DNF. It looked like to be a hard scramble because he definitely did like 11 or 12 algs on that one. Maybe he did an inverse and not like undid few comps, but I'm not sure. But it looked like a hard cube. This scramble looks like an easy one. Now he's moved on to the midterm cubes, which are 30 cubes. So it's basically 30 plus 30 plus 4. I'm guessing all of this is midterm. I think it's 4 past. I have to go through the memo phase once again, but definitely I think midterm is 3 pass, and the first 30 cubes might definitely be 4 pass. At 60 plus cubes, you can't afford to do 5 pass. That's my understanding. I might be wrong. Yeah, it's very hard to define how many passes you can do, because the speed of each pass also matters, and your flow and your skill and your memory retention. You can do passes in different ways. You can look at a cube, like retrace it as well, or you can not look at a cube and just revise. Now he's doing the first pack of the midterm cube. Extremely fast execution, you can see. He's the current world champion. And in 3 weeks time he'll be defending his world championship, and I'm really rooting for him. If you follow speedsolving.com, I've made predictions for MBLD, and I have put Krzysztof Bober first, and then second I've put Graham Sickins, third Shivam Bansal, and fourth Ro Hessler. So that's what I'm expecting the podium to be. Shivam Bansal, for those of you who don't know, is a 2017 world champion. In MBLD he beat Moscow, and 2019 and 2023 he won bronze. So he is one of the best in the cubing community, one of the best cubers in cubing community. So yeah, the first pack he has done with the I guess it's 7 cubes, and he's executing at this is the 7th cube. So overall this is the 11th cube, and we are 3 minutes in, which means he's quite on pace. I can't calculate the pace very precisely, but yeah, TLDR, it should be 18.75 seconds, less than 18.75 seconds per cube, which is kind of achievable if he doesn't have any long pauses. He's definitely using good hardware. It looks MF3RS cubes. He was using my Maylog magnetic before. I'm not sure, because he live streams a lot. He used to live stream a lot in 2023 and 24, right before he was the world champion, and also after that. Yeah, extremely good exec, I would say. Yeah, let me pull out his stats for a while. He has competed in European championships as well. I have to check if he's the current European champion as well. Let's see his championships podiums. World championship first, European championships he came second, Ezra Hirshi was first. So I guess he would be trying to defend that as well next year. So now he is finished with the first pack of the midterm cubes, moving on to the second pack's first cube. And he has been competing for the past 12 years, and he has gone to 220 competitions, 18.85 mean, 15.02 single. After this attempt, he did a few more MBLD attempts, which is interesting. So we'll just have a quick look at that. He did 53 out of 62, 49 out of 56, and 55 out of 65. So he has done the most cubes that he has attempted sub hour is 65, if I'm not wrong. 65 cubes. So he has attempted one more, and that he had sub houred by 7 seconds. So he is quite fast in exec and memo as well. So second pack of midterm cubes is done. This is a +2 by 180 degrees, this particular cube. In this attempt, there was only a single attempt. The competition name was Big Side and Blind Olzin 2025, and he got 2 +2s in that, and he was not able to sub hour it. He is also the current Polish national champion. And how many times has he won Polish championships? He is winner in multi in Polish championships 2024, 2023, second in 2022, second in 2021, third in 2019, and third in 2017. So a lot of podiums in national championships as well. There should be another rolling interesting statistics that I want to share. For 3 blind, he also has an official 22.77 average of 12, which is interesting. For multi-blind, his best currently is 45.33 points, average of 5, and average of 12 is 41. Yeah, so, and I think so his average of 100 is 29 points. So he DNFs rarely as well in MBLE, which is extremely nice of him. So he has the last DNF that he has done officially is in Poznan Mental Breakdown 2024. Okay. So yeah, we will look into the midterm second pack attempt. Extremely fast execution. He doesn't use floating in MBLE. He does use floating in normal 3 blind. No LTCTs, it's just UFUFR. It's always easy to do that because you don't have to make new letter pairs for your floating cases and LTCTs. It's a little bit less brain power, but a little bit more exec to do. I think so it's a good trade to do because MBLE is all about the flow, time management, and you should not be blowing out, and also you should have a good routine while practicing. He follows the YG orientation, yellow green. Now he has entered the final pack of the midterm cube. Bit of a pause on the second cube. He might try to put it aside, or now he recalls the cube. Just 4 DNFs in this cube in this attempt, and up till now he has just DNF 1 cube to my knowledge. So if he would have just DNF 2 cubes, this would have been world record, and Rohisler would have just broken the NAR a few months later. But he DNF 4 cubes. This attempt was done in March 22nd. And he didn't, strangely enough, in this competition he didn't win 3 BLD. I guess he triple DNF'd in the finals, that's why. Yeah, he triple DNF'd, which is extremely sad. Also no 4 BLD and 5 BLD podiums as well, or I think so he didn't participate. Let's just check it out in this competition what happened in this particular one in which he broke the ER. I guess that's very important if you want to break records, is you try and don't do all the events, especially with blind. So yeah, he triple DNF 3 blind. Oh wait, he didn't. He got a 38-second single to avoid the triple DNF. He triple DNF in the he triple DNF in the final round. Yeah, okay. And triple DNF in 4 BLD. He didn't participate 5 BLD. So yeah, getting back on topic, he is finishing with the midterm third pack. So it's interesting to see how he does. He has been attempting a lot of cubes since, like 30 plus cubes he has been attempting since 2019 Polish Championships. 40 plus cubes he has been attempting since 2020, just before the COVID-19, so he got 36 out of 42 and 50 cubes right after COVID, and he got also the world championship, which was very interesting. He has broken a total of 5 years in MBLD and 2 years in 3BLD single, and a few national records in 3BLD as well. So yeah, the final cube of the midterm, extremely good midterm execution, I must say. He's on pace on world record as well, just 10 minutes done, and he has already executed 34 cubes, which is insane. He's on pace to sub hour as well. I think so, yeah. It would be very tight because it all depends on if he can maintain this pace. Extremely good recall, I must say, by him. Yeah, the second cube of the long-term memory, extremely fast execution. He has a lot of good 3BLD singles as well. Before he got the 15.02 is ER, his best was 16.04, and before that he 17. So all this is post COVID, so he really became extremely like world class. He was already quite decent in blind events. He has specialized more in multi-blind. His 4 blind and 5 blind results aren't great. He still doesn't have official means in that. So he's finishing with the first pack. I guess this first pack exec was extremely fast. He's going to be done within 2 minutes, which is very good. Yeah, the first pack exec is almost done. Yeah, and he's done with the fifth cube of the long-term memory. Bit of a pause before the last corner alg. Guess he's trying to see if it's a two twist or not. Okay, this looks like to be one of the DNF cubes, if he doesn't recall the last detail, but it isn't. He solves it correctly, bringing all the 2.5 packs closer and executing the 6th cube of the first pack. Extremely fluid execution, more fluid execution in the edges rather than corners, I would say, but it's hard to comment. Overall, getting an 18-second exec in a multi-blind means that you kind of have around 12-second exec in 3BLD. In 3BLD you can go for more riskier, faster finger tricks. Also in MBLD you waste around 2 seconds in dropping the cube and then taking the next cube, 2 seconds or 3 seconds, and then you take up another 1 or 2 seconds to recall the memo, the first few letter pairs. So that's why it's 18.75 per cube that's needed to sub hour. Almost done with the first pack, and we should see the timer as well. 13 minutes into the exec, which means that he has around 7 minutes to finish 2 packs. So 7 minutes would be 420 seconds, and 420 seconds means 21 second exec per cube. So he's well in pace for sub hour. The last 2 packs, you also try and get a bit tired, so that's why it's important that you maintain focus. More than tired, the shift in focus is quite evident. That's where your seasoned, you can say, practice kicks in, and that's why MBLD kind of gets very nervy event at the top level, because you're battling time management quite a bit. Not as much as FMC. I've heard that FMC is even harder to manage time for, but MBLD is on that level as well. So he's done with the third cube exec of the second pack. This pack is relatively quite fast. I'm guessing a lot of the scrambles are much easier. Done with the one more cube, and then fifth cube of the second pack. The flow has been broken a bit. He's just playing a bit on the table, stretching a bit. All these things just pushes the brain a bit to think harder about that memory palace or the locus where he has stored the information. He has kept this aside, so I guess this is the second cube that he won't be completing. Moving on to that third cube, the sixth cube of this pack. One thing that I think a good builders do is whenever their focus gets shifted because of a cube which they forget, it's what you do on the next cube on which you kind of have the memo in your brain and you have to execute well. So that's where it becomes a very psychological aspect as well. Next few cubes is where it's psychological, because once you DNF a cube, you have DNF'd a cube because of overshooting, or you forgot on the cube, or because inverse comp is one of the best DNFs you can get in MBLD, because that's when you kind of don't know it's a mistake till you open the blindfold. But if it's a forget or overshoot, that hurts the mentality quite a bit, and then it becomes hard to continue, especially at my level where I'm like just doing 1/4 the amount of cubes and no practice. So but at his level, this psychology is kind of sorted out, because you have to keep going. There's the hour clock at the there's the hour clock, so you have to be very careful not to waste too much time on cube on which you don't remember stuff. So yeah, he has now just 4 minutes left. The delegates must be hovering around. If there are some participants in this comp, they also might be hovering around. So it's very important that both the stopwatches are monitored, especially during the end of the attempt, to record the sub-hour time. This looks like a DNF, inverse common edges, or a forgotten letter pair. I guess it's an inverse com. So a total of 3 DNFs. The last pack, I am guessing, is where you kind of rush. If you have seen Ro Hessler's world record video, he executed the last pack incredibly fast to sub-hour, just few seconds shy of the hour mark. And the way he executed the last pack is something to watch out for. It's one of the best MBLD moments I've ever seen. So yeah, Krzysztof Bauer finishing up with the last pack. There's no fatigue, because one practice routine I've seen MBLDers do is they practice more cubes than they are capable of. Also they practice attempts which they know would go over the hour at home. So all these things they do, and they try to experiment as little as possible in a competition and try and just keep things as normal as possible. One thing that sets Krzysztof Bauer ahead of most of the MBLDers, I feel, is just how much he grinds. So he and Ro Hessler, I've seen them grinding a lot, and also Graham Siggins. So they just love the event of MBLD. They have loved the MBLD event way more than Moscow even just tried out for a few years. Even though Moscow is a legend, but these people have taken MBLD to the very next level. Moscow was a legend, he's no longer a legend, and there are like 17 people over him. Okay, final few cubes is kind of there is still quite a bit of time before the hour mark, so the execution can happen smoothly. The delegate is taking one of the stopwatches in the hands to record the time perfectly. Even though the milliseconds don't count, it's just the minute and the seconds. Here we have another DNF, looks like a inverse com by edges, and that's where I think Krzysztof Bauer would be unhappy with the result, because both these mistakes happened in the last pack. Also +2 happens in the last pack, so 3 kind of mistakes happening in the last pack, 2 mistakes which are costly because they are DNFs. So there was a short-term cube that he overshot, and that caused a very unfortunate DNF. One cube which he has forgotten, which he would revisit, but 3 mistakes in the last pack is something which it's not, I won't say loss of focus, but it happens because you have to rush a bit, especially you don't know if you are going to sub over or not. So here he's trying to remember that cube in the second pack. I guess it was the 6th or 7th cube in the second pack, and he's done mostly with the attempt. It's sub hour, well sub hour, and he would spend all the time he has, because if he does this cube correctly, it would mean 2 points more. So he just remembered this memo. He's executing. And he remembers this cube correctly. So he's done right at the hour, I guess, because he stopped before time